Hey, what's up, fam? Dalton here, and this is the last war recap before CWL started for Cold as Ice against Natural Killers, outscoring them with a lot of 3 stars, obviously, 12-1, so outscoring them by 11. Average destruction 90%. I mean, we had a lot of extremely good attacks and a lot of defense, obviously. So giving you a little shot at that, the average was probably a 2-star 50% or something like that. So, and we had a boatload of triples. So I skipped on, I think, the last 2 or 3 raids at the bottom just because they were super underdeveloped Town Hall 12s and just didn't want to spend any more time showing some of those when we could show more maxed Town Hall 12 defenses. So King Arsalan here, he's got a E-clone going into that compartment, which is this is an extremely good idea because from there, look at the L shape that this I'm going to butcher that name, so I'm just not going to say it. Look at the L shape that this person left for the attacker to kill, and having that Town Hall available to hit from the outside there is, you can see heroes like he just did on that Town Hall, and then all the rest is just easy cleanup. So, you could have cleaned this up with, like, miners or hogs, maybe not, just because the king is still up. But, a lot of different ways that you could go about cleaning up the rest of that triple there with that E-clone taking out that entire panel. So, great idea and great execution by King Arsalan there. And then the second attack is going to be Emery on a 100% raid doing a Queen Charge Miner. And again, these bases that kind of have the layout of having a quarter of the base with, an important structure here or there taken out, and then an easy L shape for the miners or troops to clean up. Sorry, I'm tired. Just woke up a couple minutes ago and had to get on the grind. So, this one he's going to use a Stone Slammer to push into that base instead of like a Wall Wrecker for a charge, which is obviously a huge value here because that Queen is open to so many compartments, and those healers just hanging onto a thread there, staying up, and then he's going to just push the rest through, use that Barbarian King on the outside to keep the miners to funnel down the center of that. And he even keeps that Queen up, uses the Queen's ability on the Town Hall, and then he's got the King, a couple skeleton traps, and then miners are just going to finish up those few other structures, and then let's call it a quick triple right there. So, yes, that Stone Slammer was the exact siege to use there. I don't think if you could have used anything else, a Wall Wrecker, it wouldn't have had the same value and effect because it opened up so many more layers of walls. So, good hit. All right, now we have Apollo, and he's going to be doing basically just a regular P.E.K.K.A. Bowler attack, but with a Stone Slammer in it. So he's creating that funnel, using that Queen charge / walk into the Town Hall compartment, and then using that King on the backside to funnel, and then he's going to send the rest of those troops down into the center. I think he accidentally clicked the Warden's ability because he definitely did not need it there. All the troops were on the outside of the walls. I think he was trying to save it for maybe the Town Hall, but, didn't need it, obviously. These, I've seen a lot of bowler attacks, or P.E.K.K.A. bowlers recently that have come out to triples, so, and it's always been a super strong attack, ever since the attack came out, but it's, definitely seen it a lot more common. I don't know if people are just getting antsy with the different metas of the game and they just want to go back to the roots and know what, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So, yeah. And so he used basically a swag Warden's ability and a swag Queen's ability there. Awesome hit, Apollo. Awesome. These guys have so much talent, like these war recaps that I do, whether it's just ordinary, Cold as Ice, Black Rose, the combination of all these people, it's just they show for some true talent, and I hope that these people get, the recognition that they deserve, because they, competing for the CWL and the championship and whatnot, a lot of these people are really good competitors. So, definitely deserve to be in the spotlight. I'm just glad I can show them off. Alright, now we have Dom, and he is doing a basically queen walk and using the wall breakers to make it into that compartment there. Yeah, I mean, look at it. It amazes me how people can use wall breakers on entries. I mean, they're so unpredictable. For me, they are so unpredictable. Obviously, for these guys, they're not, because they just go to different walls that you can't even account for. So, this was a triple wall break into the center there, and then, yeah, I mean, just every part of this every part of this attack has a plan. So, again, he's using the Stone Slammer to go into the center there, and that queen is still up, pushing through the middle of that base. Stone Slammer still up, drops, releases the miners that were in the Stone Slammer. Miners are going to go in, take out that Town Hall. Queen goes down. Freeze actually misses that Town Hall there. I think he was trying to hit, but still saves up the bulk of the miners. The miners using the Warden using his ability on the last stretch of this base to ensure that they stay at least as close to full health as they can, just because there was that back Wizard Tower and that enemy king that was up. So, yeah, great raid. I just noticed that troll wall up at the top there at 12 o'clock. Interesting. All right, we got Emery on another triple here, and he's going to be doing a bat. I'm just going to go with there's no bats. It is a just dragon, and looks like, oh, this is going to be fun to watch. I haven't watched this until this replay. So he's queen charging into the center, wall breakers trying to make it into the core there. Unfortunately, I think, well, no, I was going to say he might needed a couple more wall breakers to make it into that, to hit that Eagle Artillery, but as we know, that Eagle Artillery, he's got a jump spell to push into the center, poison over, and then the queen's going to end up taking out that Eagle Artillery next, and then he's going to have a relatively easy path for the dragons. I mean, the Stone Slammer's tanking for those dragons ahead of time, taking out the defenses, the air defense, that single Inferno, and then, yeah, in the core there, actually, he's got two dragons really helping that queen out to keep that queen alive with the enemy heroes. And then, wow, I mean, that was a beautiful raid. Look at the, I mean, how many troops are left on that back side. Warden used the ability over the Town Hall, and then he's got, it looks like 4 dragons up with heroes still. Great attack, I don't think I've seen anything like that. Yeah, that's a first. So I'm impressed. That was a very nice attack. All right, we've got Mooby. I'm hoping that's the right way to pronounce it. And again, this guy's going to be doing just a P.E.K.K.A. Bat Slap and sending in the kill squad into the center. Relatively easy funnel just because the defenses were a little staggered. Use that queen to, or use the king to funnel around that outside side, and then he's got that huge kill squad, all those bowlers just, I mean, annihilating 2 rows of structures at a time. Great hit. And then bats coming in from about the 7 o'clock. Freezing. Oh, he raged the bats there. I have not seen that before. And he actually missed a bat spell, or forgot to place one. And I think he was putting it on that Wizard Tower to distract because the freeze ultimately missed. But luckily those bowlers took out all of the center structures from their bouncing attack, so all they have to do is clean up and then swag Queen's ability around that outside. So yeah, maybe a little mistake there, but comes out with the 3, so can't judge it too much. Here is Vaughn, and this was a little sad because this was Vaughn's last raid in Cold as Ice. He's actually moving on to Artist of War. And Artist of War was actually extremely nice and invited me over there. So I think I'm going to be getting a new account soon, and hopefully heading over there to do a couple war recaps as well. And war with some OP attackers. A lot of those guys actually don't know, so it'll be nice to, I'm all about the community. I love the community and getting to know everyone and hearing people's stories. So hopefully I'll be able to head over there and meet some new friends and hang out and have a good time with them. So I'm looking forward to that. This attack, pushed through with the P.E.K.K.A. bowlers, and then had the bats go around. The bats actually took out the town hall there, and then the rest is just clean up. Lots of cleanup troops, and just an OP raid. Vaughn, I've seen Vaughn do this attack many of times, and he actually got, I think, 2 or 3 triples this war alone with that attack. So he's definitely confident in that one. Speaking of the double, here he is again, and he's going to be doing the same attack, using that E-drag to funnel, and then queen to walk into the queen charge. And luckily on this base, oh man, I can't stop yawning. Luckily on this base, the walls were only Town Hall 10 walls, so... And look at this. I remember watching this live. Look at this kill squad move through the center of that base. Such a poor base design and such a great way to take advantage of it. Freezing those splash damage, bat killing defenses. And that kill squad makes it all the way to that town hall. Tornado trap on the bats, but they actually didn't take it out. And then, look at the overpoweredness of this attack. Just incredible. Look at that. So many troops left over. Just so OP. It's such a bad base. The kill squad had so much value going through the center there. Incredible. Alright, and these are like some honorable mentions. I'm not going to show those raids just because they are very undeveloped Town Hall 12. So another excellent war by Cold as Ice, and we'll be picking back after CWL ends. So thanks for staying.